Can you hear us now? Can you hear me now?
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, Sam.
That was ridiculous.
I won't even tell you what's going on with my ears right now. I feel like everything's coming from my right ear only. Or heavily from my right ear. But you know what?
Yeah,
Fucking deal with it, and you just push through.
That's right.
Welcome back. Sorry about that. Snaggies on Snaggies. Friday night, huh?
Whoo! 22 minutes later. Wow.
What about that TV?
I thought maybe that was the problem, so I unplugged it.
Richard, you can hear. All right. Well, you know what, Richard? You might be the only one here. So we're going to just fucking get started with a video from the Mercury Lounge because we're frazzled. We are frazzled right now.
Frazzle dazzle.
Frazzle dazzle, and we're just gonna do it. Let's see. I think I'll start with "Let Me Remind You," and once we watch these videos, I'm gonna kind of explain to you, what tour is like and what it's like to be your own tour manager, merch seller, producer, videographer, all those kinds of things. But we're going to start with the first video, which is "Let Me Remind You." And this is from our performance in New York City, live from the Mercury Lounge. Here we go.
Something about the way that I can see your eyes. Something about yourself that gets you down. It's such a shame 'cause you look so damn good tonight. Hey, come with me, don't have to talk it out. Hey, I'll take you where the lights run the avenue for a nighttime rendezvous. It's the same city, different view. Let me remind you. Watch all the colors fade while the sun sets the same old way, baby. Some shit'll never change. Let me remind you. Let me remind you. See a moment in a photo, want it back. Why you always wanting what you're not? That perfect version of yourself stays in the past. But I'll be here to show you what you got. Right now, I'll take you where the lights on the avenue for a nighttime rendezvous. It's the same city, different view. Let me remind you. Watch all the colors fade while the sun sets the same old way, baby. Some shit'll never change. Let me remind you. Let me remind you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Sheesh.
I feel out of breath. I feel frazzled. That was, let me remind you, live from the Mercury Lounge.
New York City.
Yeah, New York City, where I got food poisoning. I'll tell you about that too. I think we just want to play a song right now because we're both feeling a little fucking overwhelmed. That let's do what we know.
Yeah, let's get into it.
We're gonna play one for the stoners. It's Friday night. Hope you light up, pour one out, do all the things you need to do. TGIF, baby. Well, no lie, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, feeling tongue-tied, and it's still on my mind. But when you come close, I swear it's like you already know that I just don't wanna be alone. So you pack one up and light it just for me. I love the way you always give me greens. You pack one up and light it just for me. I love the way you always give me greens. No, you first. You always tell me that's what I deserve. Can we reverse? I wanna do the same for you, baby. 'Cause you know they say what? That it'll help you take your stress away. So I'm like Drake, smoke weed every day. Hey, hey, hey. You pack one up and light it just for me. I love the way you always give me greens. Ooh, you pack one up and light it just for me. I love the way you always give me greens. You pack one up and light it just for me. I love the way you always give me greens. Ooh, you pack one up and light it just for me. I love the way you always give me greens. Come on, hey. Said I love the way you do these little things. To let me know how much you care about me. Said I love the way you do these little things. To let me know how much you care about me. You pack one up and light it just for me. Baby, I really love the way you always give me greens. Ooh, you pack one up and light it just for me. Yeah, 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 yeah. I love the way you always think of me. Nice. There we go. Now we're into it.
Well,
Oh, man.
that felt so slow.
It did. It's because we're all fucking hyped up on all this tech bullshit.
Yeah, does that ever happen to you guys? You listen to a song in the morning and it sounds super fast, and then you listen to that same song right before you go to bed, and it's just like,
Yeah.
what happened? What happened?
That happened on stage with Daydream, right? Like in
Yeah, totally, in New York.
Yeah.
We both looked at each other like, what the fuck? I thought, so I'm using Ableton now to run the backing tracks at shows, and I thought for some reason, like, I hit the tempo
Yeah.
thing, but it's not warped, so it like can't do that. And I'm just like, dude, it's the record tempo. It just feels so slow.
It is also because we had a little bit of a shorter set in New York, and we took out Don't You Know, so we went from a fast song to
True.
Daydream,
Yeah.
and we really need Don't You Know to set the vibe for Daydream because it's like a fat song, but it's kind of slow still. So anyway, welcome to Happy Hour, episode 4. My name is Raquel Rodriguez, and this is my co-host, Sammy B.
Coming to you live from Blue Dream Studios in Los Angeles, California. Shout out to Laureen, who's doing sound today.
I was just about to say, we lost the Laureen cam.
We lost the Laureen
whole
cam.
Shit, but I'm going to go turn it back on in a second.
Okay, you'll be able to see Laureen in a little while. I'll be your co-host today. My name's Sammy B. This broadcast is brought to you by Pepsi. No, just kidding. No big sponsors here. Let's check out the chat. Noodles, what's up? Where are you guys tuning in from? We've got Edinburgh, where it's 1:30 a.m. Buenos Aires, Argentina. I don't know if I said that right. Jerry, thanks for tuning in. Let's see what we got. London. Damn, you guys are up late. Thanks for tuning in. Richard Sandoval. Great show at the Mercedes Lounge.
All right, I'm going to show Laureen real quick. There she is in the control room with Joe
Hey.
and Mello. Laureen is running sound today because we called her and we were like, yo, tour is bullshit. My fucking in-ears and my monitor and my receiver and transmitter, they were all not making me happy. And Laureen is a baller.
Is her audio on? Can she say hi?
Is her audio
In the what? In the talkback? In
She
what?
sure can.
In where? In what?
Say what up.
No, what? Hi.
Who knows if we'll be able to hear because she's far from the camera. But yeah, she
Yeah, just make sure to turn that off.
yeah, Laureen is a wonderful professional sound person, and we've known her for what, 5 years now? Ever since the Sweet Side show, which is crazy because that was 4 or 5 years ago now. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
We're
almost 5 years ago. 2020. Shit.
But yeah, I kind of wanted to just share some details of the tour. I know a lot of people are interested in how it went, and I'm sure you saw some of the stories and Instagram posts and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, one of the things that you guys know me as is being very authentic and very transparent when it comes to all these kinds of things. And just wanted to, you know, give you an idea of what it's like to tour as an independent artist. So maybe we'll go show by show, but
if you're wondering why there are Pepsi comments in the chat, it's because of me. I told them that the show was sponsored by Pepsi.
It is not, but it should be.
Should be sponsored by QSC, Miller Lite,
Bombay Sapphire.
Bombay Sapphire,
Fever Tree Tonic Water. Actually, yeah. Cheers, everybody. Welcome to Happy Hour episode 4.
We are drinking what's called the Compressor. It's a gin and tonic.
Mm-hmm. But
I'm
anyway,
halfway done with mine.
So the band that we took with us on tour was myself, Sam, Nick Campbell on bass, John Schroeder on guitar, and Jay Winfield on keys. They're awesome people, great musicians, and just really fun dudes to travel with. They made everything that much more fun and easy on us. But we started in Boston. We went to Hartford, New York, Raleigh, and then Washington, D.C. And let's just start with Boston. So Boston, when we had gotten to the venue, we were under the impression, like, all right, this is our least amount of tickets sold. Like, maybe it's good. Like, maybe it'll be a nice, small little show to just get our foot in the door and practice the set and just get into the groove of this little tour. But there were actually, like, a lot of people there. It was a full room, and we were not really expecting that, so it was a nice little surprise. The bad little surprise, oh, sorry, the camera's not on me. The bad little surprise was that there was no green room. And the public bathrooms also had no mirrors. There was no venue hospitality. There was just a lot of little things that pissed us the fuck off. I'll tell you that much. And for artists, having a green room isn't just about having your own space to get ready. It's about like being able to mentally prepare. It's about putting on a show and coming out to an audience that's like seeing you for the first time. You don't spoil your outfit. You don't spoil your makeup. You also don't get stuck in a room of people trying to talk to you and take photos while you're like putting on your shoes. It was really uncomfortable for me. I felt pretty embarrassed in Boston because I knew that there wasn't a green room, so I had to get ready at the hotel, which I don't love doing. I like being ready at the venue and doing it all there so that I can just like get in the zone. And when we got to the venue, I'm just like, shit, okay, well, how am I going to touch up my hair, my makeup after the car ride over here? And also, like, I have to change my shoes, and that means I don't have anywhere to, like, change my shoes. Also, where am I going to leave my purse and my personal belongings? Like, it was just really not fun. And of course, we were just like, you know what, let's just deal with it. Let's get a drink. Hey, venue, can we get some drink tickets? And they came up with some bullshit reason of like, oh, according to Massachusetts state law, we're not allowed to give band members drink tickets. And we're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, that's some bullshit. That's a lie. You guys just don't know how to support your independent artists that come through here.
And of course, I like tried to sneak in a bottle of Bombay, like on the low, but they totally busted me at the fucking at the door. So
yeah,
it's like, oh, what's in the bag? I'm like, my computer.
Yeah, they also didn't feed us, which, you know, if you're filling a room, if you're filling a venue, I feel like the bare minimum should be that they feed you dinner, or at least give you money to eat dinner, because, like, we are human beings. Regardless, despite all of those little things, we put on an awesome show. And shout out to the Mary McAvoy Trio, because we had a huge, huge issue with the person booking the night, who was just like, hey, we need an opener. And we like, hey, what about this band? They want to open. He didn't respond. He was a terrible, terrible production manager, or whatever he wants to call himself. He didn't respond until like 4 or 5 days before the show, and we were just like, you know what? Tell the band that they're opening, because we need their gear, most importantly. Also, we don't have an opener. Like, this is ridiculous that this venue won't respond to us about the openers that we've presented to them months in advance. And we were just like, you know what, we'll figure it out. We're just gonna tell this band, yes, you're opening, we need your stuff. And of course, this band, the Mary McAvoy Trio, they were awesome. Like, they sounded incredible, and they were really a good band. But they were also just such genuine people, and really helpful, and just kind and supportive and professional. And we felt like, oh, thank God, because it could have been the opposite of that, and it could have been a band that was like, no, you can't use our stuff. No, we don't want you touching our things. Like, they could have just been jerks about it, and they were not at all. So definitely shout out to those guys. They were really awesome, and they were the reason that our show was able to happen at the venue in Boston. Again, despite all the weird little things that happened, we put on a really good show. And oddly enough, the bartender later was just like super stoked on us, that he was telling the bands after us for a couple days, like, oh, we have great artists that come through this venue. Like, the other night, there was this girl from LA, Raquel Rodriguez. Her and her band rocked it. And oddly enough, one of those bands had the earlier slot in New York. And they were like, hey, did you just happen to play at this venue in Boston? Because your name looks familiar. And the bartender was just raving about you. And I'm like, so we left an impression. I left quite an impression. But it was...
What was that?
You know the Sabrina Carpenter song.
Oh, God.
You're such a boy.
I know.
But it was awesome to know that, like, we left our stamp, and that bartenders, especially, who usually don't care about anything, they hear so much music that they just tune out, that we made an impression on him and that he felt like he wanted to share that with the other bands that come through. And I thought that that was special in itself because it's hard to reach those people that work there on a daily basis. And if you can do that, it means that you've done something. And I just felt really cool about that the band was like, "Are you the girl he was talking about?" I'm like, "Yeah, that was me.
People also bought a lot of records.
I sold a lot of merch in Boston,
That was
like
awesome.
way more than I anticipated, to the point where I was like, shit, am I going to have my friend overnight me some more? Because if all the shows go like this, I'm going to run out tomorrow. But it ended up working out perfectly. It was awesome. But then we went to Hartford.
Yeah. We'll talk about Hartford on the next break. You want to play? Should we play a song or do another video?
Yeah. Do you guys want to hear a song or do you want to see another video? I got 2 more videos. They are of Housewife and Good to You. So maybe we'll just see what you guys say. Hurry up and answer while I take a sip of my beverage.
So in the meantime, we could play Company, Undone, Sweet Side, I Want It All, Nobody Else, Good to You, Don't Forget.
You know what? Let's do Nobody Else. There's something about Nobody Else that I really like singing, and I just want to do that right now. So we'll do Nobody Else, and then we'll show you guys another one of those videos. Sorry, we were taking your vote, and now it doesn't matter. Oh, look at Laureen and Cheeto. They're having a moment. It's so cute. You're going through it lately, feeling the pressure now. You wanna stop being lazy, but you just don't know how. Don't let the hard times take control. Can't let them in your way, because next time never go hand in hand. So don't get caught in the game. So you gotta learn to deal with the valleys. The hills will take care of themselves. 'Cause in this life you've got one thing. It's you and nobody else. Said nobody else. Said nobody else. No, 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 no. Said nobody else. Nobody else. Stop comparing your journey to that of someone else. Just take a moment to realize all of the miles you've got under your belt. So you've come a long way, but you haven't even noticed. You're beating up yourself. Oh. But the best thing for you right now is nurture your mental health. So you've got to learn to deal with the valleys. The hills will take care of themselves. 'Cause in this life you've got one thing. It's you, boo, and nobody else. Hey, I said nobody else. Said nobody else. No, 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 no. Said nobody else. Nobody, no, nobody else. I'm talking about me, myself, and I. That's all I got
That's what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on I'ma be my own best friend. Me, myself, and I, that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on I'ma be my own best friend. Nice. Ooh. Linwood Bell said, "You both got pocket for days." Oh, slip it right in.
Theo's like, "Hey, did you come to NYC?" We're like, "Damn, we just missed you. We're there last week."
We were literally there a week and a day ago. What happened to you, Theo? What happened, Theo? Come on,
we'll be
man.
back for sure.
It was a packed house though, so it was a good show. Sweet. Let's play the next video. We're gonna do a little bit of Housewife. So one of the things, like another struggle. Ultimately, I'm so grateful for this tour. I'm so blessed to be able to do any of this and call it my job. And you know, you take some wins and you take some losses. But one of the things that I struggle with is that I wish there was another me or another Sam, because nobody understands how to do the job that we want done. For instance, these videographers were awesome, and to be fair, they hit me up, I think, the day of, like, "Hey, saw that you're performing tonight at Mercury Lounge. Would you want us to film it?" And I'm like, "Actually, yes, that would be amazing. You guys have a great rate. You're giving me 2 cameras and you're editing a couple videos. Like, no brainer.
Damn.
Let's do this." And of course, I'm thinking like, all right, I don't know these videographers. Last time I had somebody film a show, they prioritized the band too much. And by too much, I mean, it's like, all right, I'm singing the second verse. Why is the camera on the bass player or the guitar player? Like, they don't matter right now. The second verse matters. And I'm the artist. Like, focus on me as the artist. This is my video. I'm paying for it also. But I had that in mind, so I was like, hey, videographers, just so you know, we are not a band. I am an artist, and this is my band. I am the priority. Second biggest priority is the drummer. Outside of that, you can get the band members, but please just remember to focus on me and the drummer. And they took it extremely literally. So I think a lot of the footage is just of me, to the point where it's on the other side of the spectrum now. So it's like the guitar player is soloing, and the video is just of me like watching the guitar player. And it's, again, so frustrating because I can't micromanage while I'm on stage. I just have to trust these people to do their jobs. And you'd think that, like, hey, you do hear the guitar solo, right?
I was like,
the camera
I was
over.
watching it real time. I was just like, I wanted to like get his attention, be like, the guy right here, he's doing a solo.
Yeah, exactly. And
but,
it's
you'll
again,
see
they
Raquel
did a great
dancing.
job.
It's nice.
Yeah, and you know, they did a great job. These are great videos, and I'm lucky to have them, because content in this day and age for an artist like me is extremely important to have. So ultimately, I'm just very grateful. But again, it's just like, these are the things that are really important to us, and the things that we wish were done correctly, or at least to our standards. And it's just tough communicating with people those kinds of things. And even when you think that you communicate them, they misinterpret, they take their own version of it, and, you know, whatever. With that said, we're going to play Housewife, and I think that you guys will enjoy this one. I had a really fun time performing this one at the show, so yeah. Here's a little bit of Housewife. Ooh. Middle finger. I think it's because I flipped everyone off too many times with my undone. Did you miss me? I know it's been a while. Hey. Well, shit got complicated, kinda crazy, but I'm back now. Let's work it out. We can talk it out. I might cry it out, 'cause I need your help. Oh, so much help. 'Cause you
Don't forget to visit the merch booth so I can sell you some of my vinyls and my CD. Thank you very much. Say, don't you worry about me, baby. Oh, you think I haven't found it, but I have. Someone who loves me right. Better kills you to know I got it all right now. Don't you? You think I haven't found it? Better kills you to know I got it all right now. Thank you so much.
Yeah. That's Housewife from New York City.
Heck yeah.
Hey, Paul, I saw you have a video of us. Send it to me, Raquel at raquel.la. We're going to play a song called Out Loud.
Not used to all these conversations. We used to have one back when we first dated, but it's been a long time since then. And I can't even remember when. I've been feeling lately like I've lost my touch, and everything I'm doing isn't quite enough to satisfy you. Please say it ain't true. So I'm gonna need you to love me out loud. Baby, please say you're proud of the way that I can love you, of the way that I can love you. Yes, baby boy, I need you to love me out loud. Baby, please say you're proud of the way that I can love you, of the way that I can love you. I don't wanna sound like I'm ungrateful, 'cause you haven't been anything to me but faithful and stable since day one. I wanna go back to day one when all that I used to be was all you needed. I've been feeling lately like I'm slowing down, and it's taking me too long to figure out it ain't about you. But it is about you, and how I really need you to love me out loud. Baby, please say you're proud of the way that I can love you, of the way that I can love you. Yes, baby boy, I need you to love me out loud. And please say you're proud of the way that I can love you, baby, of the way that I can love you. I'm still the only one. Just wanna hear you say you'll never leave me lonely. Whisper it to me, babe. Oh, whisper it to me, babe. I wanna hear you say
Sweet. Well, we're not going to take up too much more time. We'll tell you guys a little bit more about Hartford and New
Hartford
York.
was sick. We had the best dinner ever.
Actually, the dinner was really good.
And then the band was really cool. They had let us use their back line. And shout out to Rob at the Webster. He's the production manager and the sound guy. We got to mix our in-ears on our iPads, which is really cool. And I really like doing that because I like being in control of my in-ear mix.
Same. I actually did the same thing, which is awesome as a singer because sometimes things will change from song to song. And I had my little iPad up there, and I was able to change all my settings, and it was great. I loved it.
So nice. They're
then-
like, are you bringing any guest techs and engineers?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, the drummer and the singer.
Yeah. But
Otherwise,
Hartford
they're
was
like,
cool.
I don't know if we're going to give you access to that because then you could like mess up our front of house things.
Yeah.
We're professionals. We've done this before. It's okay.
Yeah, sometimes sound people are weird with letting us connect to their stuff. But like he said, we are professionals. But Hartford was cool. Probably the
Yeah.
smallest show of the group. And
But possibly the most dancing.
yeah, definitely.
Everybody was dancing
Yeah.
like the whole show,
Yeah.
which
Oh,
was really
remember
cool.
the dude in Boston? The little
Oh,
kid who was
yeah.
just like fucking
He was
it
like
up. Just
breakdancing,
yeah,
like,
that
in
was
the front
awesome.
of the stage. It was
Yeah,
sick.
I'll post some videos of that eventually. But yeah, from Hartford, we made our way to New York City. And we were all looking forward to this show because New York is New York. And the venue is right next to Cat's Deli. Not sure it was a great idea to get a fucking huge pastrami sandwich before our show. But, you know,
Pastrami on rye, baby.
when in New York, you go to Cat's Deli and you get that pastrami on rye and a couple of
mean,
pickles.
I was like burping the whole show, and it just
Hot.
tasted like pastrami. Yeah, but it was really good. It was just like, yeah, maybe. No, that was like
Maybe
the only
not
time.
next time.
That was the only time to get it, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, it
But
was literally right next door to the venue.
yeah.
How can you not?
But we had a really good time in New York. We obviously had a few of the songs filmed, and I'll eventually post some more of those clips, but we only got those 3 full songs filmed. One of the shitty things about this New York venue, which a lot of American venues do, is they try to take advantage of the artist in ways that are just absolutely ridiculous. For instance, for us to be able to record our show from the soundboard, what has to happen is that we have to provide a laptop and a hard drive and set up a session and do everything to be able to plug into the board and just be like, all right, space bar, go time. For them to let us do that, they charge $250. And that's just for their permission to say yes. They're not doing any other work. They're not providing anything. It's literally just for them to say, sure, you can do that. It's going to cost you $250 though.
I've seen other venues charge up to
It's fucking
$500
ridiculous.
for that.
It's like, if you need more money from the night of this show, charge more for drinks. Why are you taking it from the artist? You're already not paying us enough, which is a whole other fucking thing. But on top of that, like I said, I had these 2 videographers come in. They wanted to charge us $250 per camera in order to video it. And so I had to tell the videographers, like, hey, guys, can you lie and just say you're photographers? Because photography is free for some reason. But if you want to video it, it's $250 per camera. And so those guys were so awesome. They were like, yeah, we're going to pretend like we're just taking photos, but we got you. And I'm like, sick, awesome. And I was just like, yeah, I'm not signing this New York contract, because if they see these videos, they're going to come after me for the $500 they think I owe them. But
Nope.
that said, I want you guys to think about this now. To be able to film it, to pay the videographers, and to be able to record it is $1,000. I don't even want to tell you how much I made because minus that $1,000, granted we didn't pay the $500 for the 2 cameras because we were sneaky about it, But we did pay the $500 for the videographers, like their fee and the soundboard fee. And it's just like, dude,
Well,
why do you guys do that to us? That's so unfair.
Yeah, and I mean, don't even get me started on like a merch cut. We've been lucky enough to play at a lot of venues that don't do that, but I posted something today on my Instagram about this whole thing, just saying like this just needs to stop, and I got so many responses. Some people just being like, that's absolutely ridiculous. Some people like, yeah, no, we're literally on tour right now, and every venue wants to charge us to like, we're doing a live stream or whatever, and I just tell them that I'm just FaceTiming with my mom here. It's okay. But yeah, like all that, you know, I saw someone, another venue charge $300 per hour for a meet and greet.
Oh my
basically
God.
just to like let people in the door. I mean, I understand they have to cover costs with security, this and that,
Sure.
whatever, but like,
Not that much.
I mean, $300 an hour is
Yeah.
it's pretty steep.
Anyway, it's just like really unfortunate that that's the avenue they take to make more money is
Yeah.
direct from the artist, which
But-
again, we're not making money on these shows. Like I did not make a single cent. If anything, I came out super negative from this tour, but we have to do these things to get our names on the map again. And it's, you know, it's just part of being an independent artist, and it's ugly, but we'll do it because we know that we are worth more than this, and eventually when we get to that level, it's going to be all worth it. And sure, shit is tough right now, and people get on our nerves and piss us off and charge us for these stupid little things. But again, we kind of got to do it if this is the avenue we want to pursue.
If you want to see us in your city.
Yeah. It's funny, I just saw in the chat, someone said, what about the Screamer girl?
Oh my
Dude,
God.
we talked about her. So I kind of am glad that she didn't make it as much to the soundboard recording, but from the cameras, the original audio from the cameras, she is literally all you can hear. For context, there
Paul
was
Rodriguez.
a super big fan, and to be honest, the fact that she's such a big fan is just a really cool thing in itself. But some fans tend to make the shows about themselves, and they just want to be heard and seen. So she was just yelling at every single quiet moment or loud moment that she possibly could. Everything was about her. Everyone was looking at her. Everyone was just like, yo, can you be quiet and let her do her show? Like, it's kind of
Oh my
distracting. And again, it's like really cool that people get so excited, but it is kind of bad etiquette to just be shouting while I'm trying to tell a story, and she's like trying to interject herself, and it's like, dude, let me tell my story. What the fuck?
Yo, chill.
Like, damn, it's not even that long of a story. Like, let me just have this moment. It is my show after all. But,
Yep.
you know, she was also kind of fucked up, so what are you going to do?
You know, it's encouraged at our shows.
Anyway, at yeah. Then
Gonna play a
after New York,
song?
we went to. I'm gonna just talk a little more about
Okay,
the tour
cool.
so that we don't have to take too much more time from
Heck
the
yeah.
show. But after New York, we had a day off and we drove for a few hours.
In the Escalade.
Yeah, we had an Escalade, which
Woo!
was fucking awesome.
Got that free upgrade.
Yeah, and we ended up in Raleigh the next night, and that was a cool show.
North Carolina.
Yeah, it was a pretty awesome venue. Like the guy, Jack, the sound guy, wonderful person. The opener was cool. The venue is also a record store. We had some family friends come over, and it was fucking cool. And yeah, another
It's
nice.
kind of a surprise
Yeah.
because we didn't think there weren't like that many tickets sold, and then all of a sudden there was just a line out the door.
Yeah.
So I guess it's, you know, we call those walk-ups.
But then from there, we ended up in D.C., which was an awesome show. And I was kind of nervous because at that point, like, it actually started to get really fucking cold on the East Coast.
Yeah.
We had lucked out with some really beautiful weather, but the night of D.C. and the day of, it was freezing. And I'm just like, oh, man, my voice is getting tired. The cold is not helping. And just like the anxiety of it being the last show and me always feeling like, can I make it? Can I make it to the last show? It's just like, killed it.
But we knew
Had a
that
wonderful
like
show.
DC showed up
Yeah.
in terms of like buying tickets in advance. and we knew that there was going to be a crowd there. And then I had a really fun time because I posted up at the merch booth like right before or right after doors opened, and well, I was just like, all right, last show, I'm going to just try and, you know, be out here and sell some merch, because usually we just wait until after we play to sell. And it was really cool because there were a lot of people who came up that knew me and they're talking to me or whatever, and then there were just, you know, complete well, everybody's basically a complete stranger.
Yeah.
But there were people who came up that didn't know me, and then they were asking about the record and stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, I actually played drums on this and mixed and mastered it and whatever. And they're like, wait, for real?
Can
and
you
then
sign it?
And then they like saw me play and then came up to me afterwards and like, yo, what the fuck, dude? I thought you were just like a fucking lonely merch boy.
The merch man. Nope, he's Sammy, good old Sammy
but
B.
that was kind of cool to
Yeah.
kind of just put on I don't know, like a mask for a
Yeah.
second and just, yeah. But
I also got a couple of gifts from people in New York too. DJ T gave me a hoodie that had Housewife on the back with like a cartoon version of me, and it had my name down the sleeve. That was awesome. And then in DC, this young visual artist gave me like a framed photo that they kind of traced and did on an iPad, and like I was just like, dude, what? Like, so you guys are giving me things. I feel like a superstar. This is so cool. And I'm just, people from London came out to DC. Yeah. People flew from Miami to Raleigh. There were a lot of travelers, which I extremely appreciate, because as you guys know, a lot of people are always like, come to this city, come to this city, come to this city. It's like, I want you to really think about how much it costs for us to get to every city. 4 hotel rooms every night. Jeez. Gotta feed the band.
Jeez.
Gotta rent a car.
Oh my God.
Gotta fly them somewhere.
Jeez.
Plus, like, I gotta pay them for the shows. Like, this shit is not cheap.
Shit.
And I'll talk more about that a little bit after
we'll
this.
Share the full budget sheet on Excel on the next
we'll
show.
Share our
Just
Google
kidding.
expense. We're gonna play a song called Company right now. This and Back to Me were requested so much on this tour, and I regret not doing Back to Me because it's a song that I struggle to sing live, and it's only like that because I need to practice it more. But Company is also a song that's hard to translate to a live version, so we're gonna do it here tonight and start working on it.
I don't mind being by myself sometimes. I think I like those little lonely nights because they're mine and only mine. But tonight I want a little more than just myself. I wanna share the night with someone else. Gotta move my body, it won't move itself. So I'm looking for someone to dance with me, 'cause I'm feeling like I want some company tonight. Looking for someone to dance with me, 'cause I want a little bit of company. Yeah. Yeah. So what's up? I don't even wanna know your name, and there's no reason for me to explain it to you. Matter of fact, why am I talking to you? 'Cause tonight I don't wanna think too much. Baby, this is just enough. Oh, don't you go and call me love. It's nothing more than that. Looking for someone to dance with me, 'cause I'm feeling like I want some company tonight. Looking for someone to dance with me, 'cause I want a little bit of company. Yeah. 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 Little bit of company.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
So I know we got a little bit of a late start, so we're not going to take up too much more time. We're going to play this last video, but I do want to share that throughout all of the shows, at every single show, there was somebody who was offering some sort of assistance and support and help. And a lot of times, the help and support that they offer is not something that I'm willing to accept. For instance, and I say this with as much kindness as possible, but for instance, in D.C., there was an older gentleman who was a ER doctor, super sweet man, like extremely kind. And he was just like, yeah, next time you guys come through, I have a mansion and I'll put you all up and I'll feed you and everything. And it's like, that's amazing, but no. First of all, like, I don't know you, and as much as you feel like you know me, it's just kind of a weird situation. Like, I'm not going to spend the night at a fan's house and shower in their bathroom and, like, brush my teeth and, like, do those personal things. Like, I need my own room, and so do my band members. Like, we're all adults. We all have partners. Those guys all have wives that they want to call and talk to and, like, do their own thing. There's no world in where we'd stay with a fan. Like, again, it is a very, very generous offer, but it's just not the right kind of support. And same thing, it's just like, oh yeah, come over to my house and I'll make you guys dinner and blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh man, I know you guys just want to be there for us, and like, that's really a beautiful thing, but you have to understand that, like, we are not comfortable with that, and it's sometimes like a really tricky situation because we do need the support. It's just, you know, I'm sure you know where I'm coming from. Like, a lot of you guys are strangers to us, and you see us on this show, and like, you see our faces a lot, but we don't see yours. So you guys are all very new to us when we do finally meet you. And I just don't know how to, like, really tell people, like, there are other ways to support us. So on the way back to LA, Sam and I were just like, man, you know what would be awesome is if, like, we could guide these people somewhere where they could sign up to support us in a way that we would actually accept. Like, do you have hotel points? Do you have extra flight mileage that you don't need and that you would be willing to give us to be able to fly to one of our tours?
Preferably on Delta.
Yeah, on Delta. Do you just want to send us money to go towards gas? Do you have an Enterprise hookup? Do you have an Alamo hookup? Do you have any of the ways that we already tour and, like,
can we get an Escalade?
Can you help us with those? And that would be much more beneficial to us because, like, those are ways that you could actually support us and, like, really put towards the tour itself. And eventually I'm going to get to a page like that where you can sign up to, like, if you do have someone at Enterprise that we could talk to give us 20% off, great. I'll call you, man. And if you just want to donate money to gas, like, great. I'll show you how much we've spent. If you want to do this or that, like, I want to be able to guide you guys to a place because so many of you are so kind and generous, and I feel like I can't accept a lot of the support that you're willing to give, and I really want to because, one, I need it, and two, because, like, I want to connect with you guys in that way, and I think that's a really beautiful thing to be able to say, like, I helped that artist get there. I'm the reason that they had enough gas to get from that city to this city, or I'm the one that helped them get that Escalade, or, you know, I'm the one that flew the bass player out.
Escalade.
Those kinds of things. Like, I think that that could be really cool, and I, again, just want to be very transparent about how grateful I am for those offers and support systems, but, like, again, it can make it seem really uncomfortable. And also, I have a very big boundary about, like, fan to artist relationship, because that relationship is so special to me that once you taint it with anything else outside of that, it disappears like that. And I don't want that to disappear with us. Like, I love having you guys as a fan and as support and just people that watch and listen and cheer us on. Like, I don't want that to go away. So this is like just me being honest. I don't mean to offend anyone who's ever offered us anything, because it's nice of you that you ever even did. And I, again, am really grateful and appreciative of that. With that said, I think we're going to end our show with this last video of Good to You.
Yeah.
And shout out to Nick Campbell, John Schroeder, Jay Winfield. Awesome band to travel with. I love those guys, and I
Facts.
appreciate them very, very much.
We
And I
appreciate
can't
their
wait
lives.
for the West Coast. If you're on the West Coast, we've got Vancouver coming up, Seattle, Bend, Oregon, Portland, Oregon, and San Diego. Check my website, get all those
Diego.
tour dates. And then Europe, we'll see you motherfuckers in June. I'm excited for that. One more time, shout out to Laureen and Cheeto having a moment. Look at how cute they are. Shout out to Cheeto, he's still here, man. My
Cheeto.
fucking gangster of a cat. I love that little orange boy.
Yeah.
And of course, Mr. Sammy B, my main man,
Sup.
Sammy B.
Sponsored by Pepsi.
Pepsuber. This is
So I've legally changed my name to Pep Suber, so if you could keep that in mind when addressing me.
Oh my gosh, you're ridiculous. All right, here's Good to You. We'll stay in the chat after this and hang out with you guys, but one more time. Oh, also, Newport Beach Jazz Festival, June 1st, Sunday. That's when I'll be there performing. I'm very excited about that. Festival season, baby. I'm trying to get on all of those. If you know a festival promoter, put me in touch with them. Sign up there. You know what I mean. Anyway, salud. Thank you for joining Happy Hour episode 4. Thank you, Laureen. Thank you, Sam. I'll talk to you guys in the chat. This is Good to You, live from New York City.
New York City?
You could hear that girl. Wait, you could totally hear her. Listen.
Oh, yeah, there's no escaping that.
That. She said, mind your business. Wow. Shout out to her. She loves us.
I'd like to give you everything that you've been missing. Just wanna be the one you come to. I'm gonna do all that I can, like it's a mission, to let you know that boy I've got you. Well, I hope you know that I will always wanna be
Michael Schroeder on the guitar. Kate Campbell on the bass. Jane Winfield on keys. Sam Browner on drums. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you the next time. Make sure to sign up for my email list if you haven't, and you'll know more about the next stream.